Next one on the list is the new method called process, public function process. And we will be passing two parameters. First one is the case, by default null, and the second one is array, also null by default. Okay, if we scroll up a little bit. Okay, first of all, we are checking if our case isn't empty. And if it isn't, we're going to do something here. So we've got switch, and we pass the case as an argument. We start with case 1, and then at the end we need a break. Now we're using case even though that's the only email that's going to be sent through the system, because obviously with the time you might add some new features to the system itself, and you may need another case to send some other emails, say confirmation of something. So this is basically the method which can be expanded later on. But for the purpose of this specific series of the videos, we're only going to be sending one email, so we're only going to be having one case here. But anyway, let's go this add URL to the array. So we start with link variable, where we start with a href / double quote, and we concatenating site URL constant with / page equals activate $code equals, and then concatenating again. Actually, let's leave it here. We go link dot equal, because we're concatenating, continuing, in other words, with our statement array hash. So our hash will be assigned to the code parameter, and then link, again concatenating, we have / double quote, and closing a tag, opening a tag. Then we have array link equals link. But before this, we also need link, and we need to basically add the same thing. So if we include this here, and now we can close our a tag, because we want obviously the link to be visible as well in between the opening and closing a tag. So it's not just href. Okay, that all sounds fine. Now we have our link added to the array, and what we're doing now is this object mailer subject, what subject we want to give our email. This one will have your registration at name of our shop, or we can put actually activate your account to make it a little bit shorter. Okay, and now we can add some message, which is obviously going to be coming from the array. So if we put this object mailer message HTML, because we're sending this email as HTML, so we use message HTML method, and we will be passing the message as this fetch email, and we pass case and array to it. Fetch email is another method which we'll create in just a second, but before that we also need to add email address to which we are sending. So this object mailer add address method, and we are passing an array email collected from the form, then array first name. Actually, let me put it on new lines here so it's a little bit easier to read. First name dot quote space quote, and array last name. This way we're passing actually email and a full name of the person to whom we are sending this email, basically. Okay, after this, our switch statement is completed. So we can do, after the switch statement, what we do, we sending email. So send email. And if this object mailer send method, if it's been sent successfully, then we want this object mailer clear addresses to make sure that we have everything sorted out, and then return true. Otherwise, we return false. Okay, so this is our process method. Now let's move to the next video and let's have a look at our fetch email method.